Matter of fact, y'all. Let's keep it real. Matter of fact, y'all. Takes me higher, loves me better, holds me closer, my man. I'm talking about my man. I'm talking about Prez Obama. You know what Prez Obama gonna do? Socialism. I said it. He's not a neoliberal, as some people want to call it, socialist. And I think that he has the capacity to bring America to the understanding that socialism isn't communism, that socialism isn't scary, that socialism doesn't mean the government's going to be in your bed. You know what's in your bed? Those two boys in Texas who were fucking and got arrested under a sodomy law and had to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. That's the government being in your bed. That's what people don't understand. The government was the government sending out troops to protect the Little Rock Nine. That's government in your business. So when people talk about they're scared of what government's going to do, they're not. They're really not talking about a Protestant work ethic. It's not this. Yes, I can. It's yes, we can. And I think that's what Prez Obama can. He can make that shift for a lot of people to see that pooling resources, if you want to call it socialism, but pooling resources and not saying, you know, Joe the plumber, we're going to give you more money in your pocket, or people voting on taxes. It pisses me off that Americans will vote just to have a little bit more money in their pockets. And for what? So they can go over to Walmart and buy some more crap? I would rather that all the people around here say, you know what? Let's pool our money and pave this road. Let's pull our resources and vote in somebody who won't raise our property taxes, pushing all of these black families off of the property so that they can build a Kia plant and everybody go work for Kia or whoever. Be enslaved to a lord. Prez Obama can, as a socialist, say he's going to create an industry of solar power, of cleaner energy, for example, retrofitting schools, giving people huge tax breaks, like here in Alabama, to say that if you want to put your house and all these houses here, these rural houses, because remember, we're all spread out here. If you wanted to get off the grid or even put money into the grid, put power into the grid, we'll make it possible for you to invest in the technology by saying that you have to, instead of getting money back when you put power into the grid, that you just make it a net neutral benefit. But these things can only be done on a large scale. It's something that me, myself, and I can do. I can just put a solar power on my house. No. But if we all could pool resources, these are the kind of things that I think that a so-called socialist could do. And I think that Obama, Prez Obama, is the one who could actually have that conversation with Americans about how do we get there and it not be an intrusive government. Because I do look at governments like in Germany that feel radically paternal. But it doesn't mean that that's the only model, but it does mean that we have a lot to learn from them. I mean, in Germany, where they're saying you can't cut your grass, you know, on Saturday between 1 and 4, or you can't put bottles in the recycling bin, the glass cycling bin that they have in every neighborhood at a certain time because people will be sleeping and it makes a lot of noise. Well, we could take all of those things a step further and say that we want some personal responsibility and accountability, but we also want accountability on the side of the government and the resources that we pull together. So I want to know what's happening to our taxes. But I think that our taxes have a responsibility of doing something other than just putting it back into my pocket and going to Walmart and paying high gas prices to get there. I do think that a President Obama, I don't think it's a lot to put all this on his shoulders. I think that the campaign, the hoops that he had to go through, look, he had to basically, I mean, people, I heard somebody yesterday talking about, because he didn't put his hand over his heart when he sang the American anthem. Please. People don't express patriotism in the same way. You know, I don't see, you know, people getting up in for President Obama, but them people in Kenya did, was shaking. And so did we. And so did all the Negroes on Broadway in Louisville, Kentucky. Probably Broadway in every Midwestern town all over this country. Black people just out. Hey, y'all. I love it, President Obama. There you go. Yes, we did. And that's what I think that he can do. I mean, on the serious tip, we need not fear socialism, but understand that the term is loaded. And we can unpack it. We can make it what works for us. So it's not like we'll have some government imposing itself on us. Rather, it's the tyranny of the majority that has been imposed on us. And by lifting that, by uncovering that veil and saying that we can have a conversation about who we are and who we want to be, as opposed to whatever the majority says. And the majority is quite uncomfortable to just even look at me. That's what I'm saying. Those are the kind of hurdles we had to get over. When McCain is saying this is a character race, and then he hires a lipstick pig to say he's not like us. Who is he? We know what that means. White and black people at least know each other well enough to know what coded language means. He's not like us. Nah, bitch. He's not like you. That's why he's president-elect, and your ass can go back to your iceberg. Bye.